Welcome to my studio. My name's Jen Violette. I'm a glass artist living here in Wilmington, Vermont with my family. My studio is housed in this wonderful old barn that dates back to 1890. I'll give you a little view of the ceiling and some of the beautiful old beams that are housed in this barn. My husband and I lovingly restored it about 20 years ago. And we saved as much of the interior character as we could, while still insulating it and heating it and everything. So here's a little overview, some of my pieces. A lot of parts and pieces that are waiting to be made into other wall sculptures or freestanding pieces. I like to lay them out on flat surfaces and kind of gather together what's going to be assembled into other larger works. I'm also a painter. And so it's kind of the other half of my brain. So I have a few paintings in the mix here too. Some of my ferns and trilliums on the wall. Some of my storage shelves up above. Some large cacti that I made during visiting artist demonstrations. The one on the right was made at the Cordy Museum of Glass when I was a guest artist there. Here's some of my other pieces. This little winter landscape is going to be going to the Habitat International exhibit. There's a few more little landscape pieces. Most of my work is inspired by just my surroundings here, my farmhouse, an old barn, studio, and I do a lot of gardening. I spend a lot of time in nature, walking in the woods or digging in the dirt, and I just I really love living in the country. Here's a piece, the one with the bird and trees here, called Duet. That's going to be part of the Habitat International exhibit coming up. There's another piece that will also be going to Habitat. This is called After the Rain. My husband makes all these beautiful black steel stands. He does some amazing fabrication work for me, which is pretty awesome. His workshop's in right next to my barn here. These are some of my wall sculptures, 3 cherries still life, single fern and single scallion. They're all on stainless steel. I do the metalwork and woodwork on those pieces. Here's an aloe plant that I made during a demonstration, public demonstration at the Worcester Center for Crafts in Worcester, Mass. recently. Here's one of my paintings called White Pear, and it's directly inspired by my rural surroundings here in Vermont. Then I started making these little landscape pieces, which are sort of morphed from the paintings as well as my surroundings here. Little winter journey on the left with the bird, and then we have a little summer house here with arborvitae tree. My smaller little pieces. I love working sculpture with glass, trying to push the limits and see what I can do. There's a couple more new little landscapes, little summer landscapes with trees and shrubs. These pieces are definitely I started making these in the last month or so, and they're definitely like little escapes from the real world right now with this pandemic going on. It's just nice to almost have like this little ideal landscape to kind of escape mentally to. If only we could shrink down and escape physically too. It'd be kind of nice to sink our feet into the grass. These will both be heading to the Habitat International exhibit as well. I hope you've enjoyed my little tour of my studio. Thanks for watching.